Okay, this video is a help video for number 2, row 2 in the this or that practice worksheet. Remember, you're choosing this problem or that problem in the columns for each number. So whether you picked this or that, this one or that one, here is a little help on the number 2 row, which is specifically secant and secant special segment. So both of them are secant, and we know that because, how do we know they're secant? This segment crossed the circle how many times? It crossed it 2 times on both of these, okay? All right, so for this formula, I wrote it down. I wrote down the other version of the formula, which is with the words outside times the whole equals the outside times the whole, because I feel like it was more successful with my previous students saying that instead of writing all of this down, rather than just saying what part of the segment. So for this one, who is the outside part of the segment, the first segment? So here's my segment. Who is outside? This part. If you have your colored pencils, go ahead and use them. And then the whole thing is from here plus that, okay? And for the other segment, the outside part is the 7, but the whole thing together is the 7 plus the 11 there, okay? If you have a different way of identifying that, then that's okay also. Whatever helps you. So now I can fill it in the formula. The outside part was 6 times the whole thing. The whole thing is 6 plus this. Let me use a highlighter. So 6 plus 8x minus 1. 6 plus 8x minus 1. For the first segment. For the second segment, the outside part is 7. Then we're going to multiply the whole segment part. So 7 and 11 together. Together means add. So 7 and 11 together is the whole thing. And then you would do your algebra to solve those. If you picked this problem, then let's do the same thing. The outside over here is the 9 and the 8. Okay? But the whole thing on the first one is this plus the 9. And over here, it would be 19 plus 8. Okay? So just figuring out that these together and these together is the whole thing. So let's fill in our formula. This one, the outside was 9 times the whole thing, which is 9 plus 2x minus 1 equals the outside of the other segment, which is 8 times the whole thing, which is 8 and 19 together. Okay, that gives me the whole segment. All right, I trust that you can simplify and solve for x. Don't forget that for this row, there's actually 2 parts. So after you solve for x, you're going to plug it in and solve for segment DB on this one. So DB is this. And we have an example on the notes for that. And for this one, you're going to plug in x and give me the length of EC on that one. So look at your notes and look at the example we did after we found x and plugged it back in to find the actual length of the whole segment when we plugged x back in. Okay? Thank you.